Hello and welcome to another vlog. I hope you all are well. I'm doing good as well. For this week, what shall we talk about? So I was thinking about it during the whole week, and I was thinking, oh, what should I vlog about this week? And then I thought, oh, okay. Last week I posted a video which spoke about how my average day looks like. That was just how my weekdays look like, because on the days that I'm working. So I thought for this week's video, I will actually make a video and speak about how I spend my weekends. Along with that, I thought it would be really nice to actually get my viewers to know who I am as a person. So I understand that I think 90% of the people who would be watching my videos would not know who I am. I've only pretty much posted about 3 videos on YouTube up until now. So for this video, I think I will talk about a little bit about myself, tell you a little bit about myself, so that, let's say, if you do decide to subscribe to my channel and follow my content actively, I think it's very important that you know who I am, what type of a person I am, and just get to know a bit about my background. So let's start. So basically, I am a proud Pakistani, and I have been living here in Melbourne, Australia for the last 6 years. Yeah. So I came here when I was about 19 years old, and I came on a student visa. I was lucky enough to have a couple of friends already living here in Australia who came to Australia like I think a couple years before me. So I was very lucky in that regard, because they helped me out with a lot of things, like, for example, arranging for a place to live, getting me into the job market. Like, I remember one of my friend, he actually referred me to someone, and that's how I got my first job here in Australia. So I've been lucky in that regard. It's always very important to know that some sort of help, some sort of assistance from anyone that you might know abroad will actually help you a lot when you're actually moving to a different country. I encourage a lot of people who are actually right now as well thinking about moving to a different country, whether it is for studying or whether it is for employment. I always encourage people to think about the countries where you have people, where you actually know people, and try and move to those countries where you already have some sort of assistance or some sort of community to help you out. Because if you know people, and if you know good people, I think I should add that as well. If they are good people who are willing to help you out to find your first job, or just get settled in, or just something as small as like picking you up from the airport and just showing you around town for a bit, it really helps. Even if you know people who are not that close to you, but let's say they're acquaintances, I always recommend, or I would recommend that you get in contact with that people and just get a little bit of an idea of where you're actually going and how to basically survive in a separate country without your family, without any support from your parents or brothers or siblings or anything else. So my first job was, actually, I used to work as a kitchen hand in one of the big restaurants in the city. I probably won't take the restaurant's name, but it was an Italian restaurant, and it was a really, really tough job. Before that, back home in Pakistan, I never did any work whatsoever at all. and this was my first job, in my entire life. But even when I was coming here, I had prepared myself mentally to be strong enough to realize and be strong enough to know that, oh, I have to do these things. So there's no way out of it. Everybody has to start somewhere. For some, their first jobs are easy or their dream jobs, but for others, they have to start off rather on a tough job, I should say. So after that, my first job, it was quite hard for me because it was a very physical job, to be honest. I didn't survive long in that job, and the reason was because I just wasn't conditioned that way, to be honest. The kitchen environment, I'm sure many of you have already worked in kitchen environments. People at least who are living in foreign countries, for example, Australia, USA, the UK, you would know that the kitchen environment is actually a very fast-paced and physical environment. So I didn't survive there for long, but that's fine. I only worked there for I think a couple months, and then I decided to quit that job, after which for the next few months I was unemployed. But usually everybody is, and then after that, eventually I did find other jobs which were relatively easier to do. But then I got trained, and once you get into a proper job, once you get the hang of it, then it's not that hard to keep at it. So after that, my first job, and then I started studying, and I finished my studies, and now I'm working full time. I spend a lot of time with my friends and family, especially on the weekends, especially on a day like this. So like today is Saturday, so I thought, I'll take my family out. I'll go out to a nice park. I love this place. This place is beautiful. It's really quiet. It's really peaceful. Also, I guess it's a very hot day today, so it's actually around 24 degrees right now, 25 degrees, and the sun is really bright. There are no clouds whatsoever. So I think because of that, the park is quite empty, but that's just how I like it. Whenever I get the time, I like to go to places which are not so crowded. I like to go to places which are peaceful, because that's actually when you get a moment to just calm down, relax, and just, I don't know, take a moment of peace. So I work full time right now. I'm working as an associate financial advisor. Of course, I've done my education in finance, and I am a finance guy, but I really am passionate about filmmaking and doing YouTube videos. With that, for this week's video, I'll say goodbye to you all. I'm still trying to think of more and more ideas every week to try and come up with creative videos that you would like, videos that you will really enjoy watching. So let's see what happens, and up until next time, take care and God bless.